Everybody, I'm Lorna Hutchison, and I wanted to make this video even though I've never done this before, just because if I can help one person even have the success that I've had so far with juicing and fit life and the whole healthy bit thing, I'd love to do it. So basically, well, first off, let me just say, if I have bags under my eyes, I really apologize. Been getting very little sleep here lately due to a family situation. But this is too good to not share, and I wanted to do this while I thought of it, and it can take a moment. So basically, what I wanted to share with you is really a phenomenal, in my mind, goal that I reached. And I wanted to share because, as I say, if I can help anybody else, motivate them or whatever to help reverse something, I'd like to do that. And what it is I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes back in November 2012. At the time, I was surprised, and at the same time, I wasn't 100% surprised because of some symptoms I've been having, and I kept wondering why I'd get feeling this way, etc. So when I was diagnosed, it kind of went, that's why. But at the same time, I was also diagnosed with high blood pressure, and I'd never had high blood pressure in my life. So that was a shock. In fact, I usually had low. I was also diagnosed with high cholesterol. That wasn't such a shock. I have lots of excuses, lots of stories of why, etc. But reality was I did it to myself. And the most recent excuse was that at the time, just before being diagnosed, we had gutted our kitchen and were without a kitchen for a couple of months. So naturally, you then have to do a lot of takeout food, which includes a lot of pizza, because one, it was close by, and two, we love pizza. The more cheese on it, the better, right? At any rate, I had my excuses for that, but I also knew, when diagnosed with it, I didn't like the meds they were putting me on. I didn't want to do meds, but at the time I knew I needed to. But I wanted to correct it. I knew I could change my blood pressure for the better, and I knew I was capable of fixing my high cholesterol. I could do that. I could do it on my own. It was just taking a little work. In the first few months, I was working that direction. But the diabetes, can you reverse diabetes? Everything I researched, and almost everybody I spoke to, online, offline, doctors, etc., kept saying you can't reverse diabetes. Nope, once you're diabetic, you're diabetic for life. But I wasn't willing to accept that. There has to be some way. I brought it on by bad eating habits, not eating for hours on end during the day. Lots of times it would go from the moment I woke up until mid-afternoon, evening before I'd really eat anything. Just habits, just bad habits. I get busy, I forget, yada yada. But anyway, I knew that a lot of my habits, be it the type of foods I was eating, be it my timing of eating, etc., all contributed to my getting diabetes. I did that. Why can't I reverse it? So I did finally run into a few people who said, yes, you can reverse it. But for everyone you find who says you can reverse it, you're going to find 100 others who keep saying, no, you can't. It's a lifetime. Once diabetic, always diabetic. You learn to live with it, control it, and hopefully keep yourself from having anything else occur that is more likely to occur when you're diabetic to your body that you don't want. But I didn't want to accept that. I don't accept no, you can't very easily. So I was determined. And luckily, about in late June, I heard about Fit Life. Actually, I heard about the Alpha Reset, and I was curious. Alpha Reset? What the heck is that? So I looked it up and naturally found Fit Life. I read it. I listened to or read the information over and over, and finally decided, what the heck, I'll give it a try. It only cost $1 for 1 month. I can afford $1, so I will give it a try. And if it's just a fad diet, I don't do fad diets. They don't work. I've never done fad diets because, well, I shouldn't say that. High school, yes. Years, decades ago. But I don't do fad diets. So if it's a fad diet, oh well, I lost $1. If it's good, I'll take dozens of notes, and then at the end of the month, I'll have all this information written down, and I'll cancel my membership. Well, guess what, guys? I'm still a member, and I will be as long as I can possibly do it, which hopefully is the rest of my life. I will be a member, because the Facebook page, support the family, we are family, is phenomenal. So I will do it. But the best thing of all this so far, my #1 goal for doing this, for joining, was to try to get help to reverse my diabetes. And guess what? About 2 weeks ago, I went in for my labs, and the following day, I got the email from my doctor telling me that I am no longer considered diabetic. I am, quote, normal as I can be. not saying much there. At any rate, for as far as the diabetes and as far as my blood glucose levels, I am normal. So it's in the high end of normal. So I'm going to continue on this path because I want to bring that number down. I'm still not satisfied because it's at the high end of normal. I'm going to get it down further. So I'm continuing down that path. I also want to now focus more on what my number 2 goal, which was losing weight, which also means getting me exercising more. So that's my number 2 goal, which is now turned into my number 1 goal, and we'll see how I do there. Since I started juicing in July, I've lost about 32 pounds, so now I hope to speed up that process for the last 25 or so I want to lose. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, guys, any of you out there with diabetes, with fibromyalgia, with all these other things that so many people have, and we know there's many members who are trying to help things or reverse things, you can do it. Believe me, if I can do it at 60, you can do it. I was 59 when I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. I'm 60 now, and I'm as normal as I can be. Sorry, knowing me, that's saying something. At any rate, hang in there. You can do it. There's tons of support here. Call on any of us, the Fit Life team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so helpful. But all of you choosing animals out there, I couldn't have done it without you. I thank you. Thanks.